This has been one of my favorite prints for a long time, ever since I was a student coming into the study room. The reason that I really was drawn to it initially was my love of dots and the halftone dot. The halftone dot, as you may be aware, is a photomechanical process where a photograph with all of its grays and midtones is translated into an image that can be printed in a newspaper or magazine, and it turns all of those grays into varying size dots of black only. From a conceptual point of view, the halftone is very fascinating because not only is it purely abstract, the dots are a means to an end and no other. When you step back, it's a fully understandable photographic image, so it's at the same time purely abstract and fully representational. As a viewer, the work really changes depending on how far away you are. When you're up close, you can get lost in the abstract pools of ink, and as you step back, there's a point that the picture just snaps together. And it's really incredible that the work hasn't changed, but your perception of it has completely altered from a field of marks that the artist made into a fully photographic image. This is a spit bite etching. So whereas in many etchings the copper plate is put into a bath of acid, but here the acid is applied to the plate with a brush. So every single one of these dots is a different application of acid. The printers that worked on this with the artist Chuck Close used a metronome to time every single dot, because the longer the acid sits on the plate, the deeper it etches into the copper plate and thus holds more ink. The darker spots in this image are where acid sat for longer, and many times multiple applications of the same dot over and over again. So I just get this image of these printers all working on this relatively small plate, dipping a brush into acid, dropping it on the plate, wiping it off over and over in a very Zen-like ritual, line by line.